So everyone, thank you for joining us. Jack told me that he had an interesting hand for us. So I'm sitting here, just like you guys, looking forward to see what he has in store for us. Jack, tell us about this hand.
Well, this was a tricky hand sent in by Margaret.
Ah,
I mean, it's a monster hand, this one, but here, look. We'll just go through it. West is the dealer. They open one heart.
and real fast, thank you, Margaret, for sending it in. Margaret, of course, is one of the students in your weekly class
Yes.
here at LearnBridge Online.
Yes, Margaret and her husband Alan, loyal supporters of our classes.
Thank you,
But
guys. And Margaret, thank you for sending this in.
yeah, but look at this hand, Bashir. Have you ever seen such a strong hand? West has opened one heart, and North has got that monster over there.
Oh my gosh. And
Um,
right, and North and West already opened the bidding. What do you do with
yeah,
that?
I mean, it's a one loser hand, Bashir. It's the strongest hand I've seen all year.
Do you just
Um,
go to slam?
well, you could do. I mean, some people, might just bid straight to six diamonds.
Mm,
But the problem with that is that you don't know
mm,
if your partner's got any diamonds or not.
right,
Uh,
right,
they might have a singleton or void, mightn't they?
right.
Um, so it's very tricky. I'll tell you what they did at the table. They bid two diamonds, but that doesn't do justice to the hand. That's a non-forcing bid. Partner could pass.
What
Um,
a nightmare that would be.
yeah, well, it went actually at the table, Bashir. It went a bit like this. It went two diamonds.
Mm,
I'll show you how it went. Two diamonds, pass, pass. West bid two hearts. Okie dokie.
at least it stays open.
Yeah, and that's fine to bid two hearts. North then bid two spades, and that was it.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. So we're going.
After I saw East and South pass once, if I get a second chance, I'm just going straight to slam. But
Good.
how do you end up in the best possible slam, as well
Yes,
as perhaps avoiding catastrophe by
it's a very good
overbidding?
question. That was a catastrophe stopping in two spades. But you're right. I mean, some people here might just jump to six diamonds, and that's okay.
Mm,
Look at the diamonds. They divide 5-1. You'd be at least two down. So what we do, Bashir, with very strong hands like this is we start with a double.
mm,
Yeah, really any hand, which is too strong to overcall, 19 or more points. We have done this lesson a few months ago.
mm.
Is double because that's a forcing bid, 100%. Partner must bid, yes.
Yeah.
So look at South hands here. So, I mean, some people might be tempted to pass saying I've only got 2 points. But, we don't want to play in one heart double. That would be even worse disaster.
Right.
So South must bid, however few points they have. And,
Right.
and they must bid one spade. Yeah. Preferring the major suit to the minor, always. However,
Right.
it doesn't matter.
And right, partner wouldn't bid the hearts because West opened them, and
Correct.
between the spades and the clubs, go with the major.
Correct. Even though the clubs are stronger, never worry about bidding a poor suit in response to a double. Yeah. Or even if you're opening the bidding or responding, you're not promising good cards in the suit. You're just promising at least 4 of them.
Okay.
So one spade there is fine. West, yeah, it's fine to bid 2 hearts with such a good suit. And North, Bashir, what do you think about that now? I mean,
Well, now I would just go to slam and spade.
there's nothing wrong with that, bidding straight to 6 spades. The only slight problem is, if partner's got the ace of clubs and is physically possible, you might miss out on a grand slam.
Yeah.
Because really, with partner's got 4 spades, you've got 9 between them. The diamond suit is solid. The only card you're interested in is the ace of clubs. So the way to find out about that, of course, is 4 no trumps.
Right. That this is one of those occasions where there's good reason to ask for aces here because it gives us a chance to go for the grand slam.
Correct. And it costs nothing to bid 4 no trumps, rather than jump straight to 6 spades, which I don't mind, by the way. I've said that. But we have bigger fish to fry. So 4 no trumps, and most of our viewers have done this. This is asking for aces. Spades agreed.
And as we have 3 of them, we're going to find out exactly what we need to.
Correct. Because if South has 1 ace, we're away at the races.
Yeah.
I think we could bid 7 spades with confidence, but unfortunately South doesn't, so bids 5 clubs. You good with your Blackwood responses these days?
Yes, I am. Every now and then I have to pinch myself or flip through my memory book, but usually I do all right.
Yeah. So that one is naught or 4. Yeah, it's nearly always naught. And 5 diamonds would be 1, 5 hearts would be 2 aces, etc. I don't think you'll be alone, by the way, but in flipping through your book, many of my students have flippers, which they cling to, like, there's no tomorrow.
I understand. I so understand, because in the heat of the moment, you don't want to be stuck trying to remember this or remembering that.
No, in this hand, if I had that north hand, I'd be feeling quite excited. So I can imagine that the students would actually feel, a little bit hot under the collar.
That's right. That's right. This is not the one you want to mess it up.
No. So 5 clubs now. Well, we've tried, haven't we? The partner hasn't got the ace of clubs, so we do now jump to 6 spades.
If partner had the ace, would we go spades or would we go no trumps?
Correct. If partner, well, that's a good question. I think if partner had the ace of clubs, we would go for 7 spades. The reason being is that 7 spades is a safer contract than 7 no trumps.
And here, looking at the diamonds, we see that we'd be vulnerable.
Correct. Correct. You see, in 7 no trumps, the diamond suit would not be running. But in spades, of course, you can trump out a couple of diamonds. So 7 spades would be and that's why we're bidding 6. Obviously, we're bidding 6 spades here. But yes, even if we had the ace of clubs, we'd settle for 7 spades. But here we settle for 6 spades. And that will bring the auction to a close, as you would expect. But there is a sting in the tail, Bashir. Can you see the sting in the tail in 6 spades? Well,
right on spades. Is it still the diamonds?
Look at the diamonds, you see. So you're going to lose the ace of clubs. You can't get rid of that, can you?
Right.
And you can't rough out the diamonds. Look, the diamonds have divided 5 and 1. How unlucky is that? So I have to tell you that despite 6 spades being an excellent contract, and I would love to be in 6 spades, I can't rough out all those diamonds before West over-roughs with the jack of spades.
Right. So we have to draw trump first, and then with the very last spade, with our save our last spade in South's hand.
That's a good question, Bashir. So yeah, some players would draw 3 rounds of trumps, wouldn't they? Yeah. But the problem is that only leaves 1 trump left in the dummy. So you can play out the ace, king, queen of diamonds, and you can rough one of your losing diamonds with the 8 of spades.
Still can cover.
But still, you see, East has a diamond left. They've started with 5. So you can't rough 2 diamonds in dummy in this hand. It's a fascinating hand that Margaret sent in.
Oh, gosh. It's wonderful.
But I mean, every player in the land would want to be in 6 spades here. And
then they would get a moment of cold sweat as soon as the hands come down. They realize, oh, wow.
It's doubly unlucky, Bashir, because even, diamonds are 5-1. Had spades been 2-2, which they will be a lot of the time, then that's okay as well, because you can draw 2 rounds of trumps, and then you can rough 2 diamonds in dummy, because you've got 2 spades left in your own hand, called South is Vegas. So you would still have 2 spades left. So if spades were 2-2, we would make 6 spades. But it's a double whammy. It's a tsunami of diamonds 5-1 and spades 3-1. It's kibosh the slam.
My gosh, it's a dream turned into a nightmare.
It is, but it's a really interesting hand, and I'm sure the viewers will love this one. I think really the most important thing there is to start off with a double, and then show the strength of their hand. It's just
now a quick question for you. Yeah, maybe there just aren't that many points left after West opens, and with our monster hand sitting north.
Yeah,
is there a chance if East were to respond?
Yeah.
And South were to pass.
South would then pass, yes.
What would we do at that point?
That'd be interesting, Bashir. 1 heart double. Let's say East responds. Well, to be honest with you, it's such a nice hand. I think I'd double again, actually, Bashir. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Once again, send it over to partner and say, tell me something.
Correct. Tell me something, partner, please. I need to get some life out of you.
Right. This is not a hand to pass up.
Correct. So double again, saying, look, really, I do need to hear from you. And if they do bid their spades, of course, well, we can go down the same line, sending in 6 spades. If you don't get any life from partner, I think what you'd have to do is what your initial thing was to just bid 6 diamonds.
Launch.
Yeah, which again would work if partner had a couple of diamonds, but here, of course, it wouldn't. But I think double is the key there. Really interesting hand, though.
Oh, gosh, what a hand. My goodness. Well, Jack, I'm looking at the clock. I'm realizing we have class starting soon, so we better wrap this up and head over to the classroom.
Yes, we better run, but it was really good to look at that hand.
Gosh, yes, and thank you again for sending that in. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Everyone would be most welcome if you're interested. Come on over to learnbridgeonline.com/Jack-Stocken, and you can find more about his weekly online class. You'd be most welcome. Jack, thank you so much.
Thank you. Just yes, everyone, come and join us Monday mornings for more lessons. I'd love to see you. Bye for now.
Take care.